Sniper, shotgun, pistol grip action. Beat a motherfucker more pellets than Batman. Undercover trying to listen in like rap.
Welcome to the Curious Red Flags, episode 51.0. This is another episode of 51.0. I didn't want to mix the episodes together. I had Daphne Springs on episode 51, but this is 51.0. I didn't want to mix the situations together, the episodes together. I wanted to have her own episode, but I also wanted to put out a bonus. I did this before with the Young Jack Thriller episode, so this will be a bonus. A couple of announcements. What's up, Big Sis Chris? Before I actually get into this, episode 52 that will be coming out. I will be giving you guys my one-man show that I did. If you never saw a one-man show that I did on Instagram Live, that will be episode 52. That will be an episode of the podcast that will hold it down. I hope you guys like it. I will be putting it out exclusively for you guys to watch on episode. That will be episode 52. It will be a bunch of stories that I didn't put out. It was during the it's part 2, so it will be out for you guys to watch on next week Sunday, because I will be working, and but the episode, so it won't be live, it'll be pre-recorded and it will be put out for you guys to watch and to enjoy. Let's get into this. This episode is called The Sugar Daddy. And I wanted to talk about this. What's up, Miss Sugar? What's up, Wonder Man? Make sure you guys share alive. You guys are getting a double dose of Nick today. I wanted to talk about this real quick. I wanted to talk about the sugar daddies. And I had a conversation with someone the other day, with one of my homegirls, and she was just sitting here and she was just telling me how it was disgusting, how, we was telling this story about how these older men are out here, running after these younger women. And I brought this up, and it was funny because a lot of people act like this is something that they don't know about. When I was in high school, there were women in my school that I liked. There were women in my school that I had liked, and they wouldn't date guys their age. They would always go after older men. And when I mean by older men, not the niggas, not like a senior, not a junior, but it was always a nigga that had a vehicle that would come up to the school and come pick them up, and they would cut like 6th period and leave with these niggas. And as time goes by, and I bring this shit up now, people act like they don't remember shit from the past. So this bonus episode, is gonna be wild, because I want to talk about some things that people have forgotten had went on. And I'm gonna let you guys know I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 81, and when I went to high school, there were sugar daddies have been around for a long time. Now, sugar daddy wasn't necessarily an older, old nigga. Sugar daddy, some sugar niggas that were tricking, they were regular college niggas coming up to pick up younger females, and a lot of these females used to date these niggas. And here's the crazy shit: red flag. Parents, like moms and shit, knew about this, and they were okay with it. So it is funny, because a lot of people, when this shit goes on today, I had this debate with someone. A lot of women will sit back and be like, I don't understand. But no, some of these niggas was doing this shit in the past. If I'm bugging, my Curious Red Flag people will let me know. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I was in school, there were young women who would leave with the older nigga who didn't go to the school, who had the vehicle, had the little 9-to-5 job, and it was all good then. I don't think this shit is. First of all, let me explain something. I thought it was weird then, and I think it is weird now. But when I look at how the blame is put, what about the parenting at the time? Because a lot of parents knew about this shit. A lot of parents knew about this. A lot of parents were privy to understand that their children were dating older niggas at the time. That's why, like, now when I see people act so surprised about it, I'm like, nah, why is this a surprise? This was some shit that was going on way back. This shit was going on. This was going on for forever. Women, a lot of younger women did not like dating men of their age, and they dated older men. I know I have homegirls who have openly admitted to dating the older niggas. Now, the question is that I was asked by my homegirl when we had this debate was, why were older niggas chasing down these younger, these 12th grade, 11th grade women? And you know, less they had to take care of. So the answer I will give, in my opinion on this, is a lot of older men don't like to deal with pushback. Let me just say this before I continue. I don't agree with any of this shit. I'm talking on this topic because I don't want somebody to walk into the episode and be like, Nick, are you condoning this? No, I'm just keeping some real shit. A lot of older men never really liked to deal with women that were going to give them pushback. So they would date younger women because younger women kind of looked at these niggas like with more of a, what's the word that I'm looking for? They would look at them more of a submissive attitude. I don't really call those men, you know what I'm saying? But this is it's easier to influence and manipulate a younger population. But there were parents that were okay with this shit. There were parents that were okay with this. There were parents that were okay with this. There were parents I know because I used to be a counselor in a program, and I never forget there was this one lady. There was this one lady who I watched her. The mom was cool with the nigga. This nigga was old as hell. So this is not you know. Whenever I watch these forums or these conversations, or I watch a lot, and we won't get into this episode. This episode is called the Sugar Daddy because the reason why I call it Sugar Daddy is because it's gonna lead into a bunch of other shit that I definitely want to speak about. I have collectively on all of these episodes that I have done, you know, update shows and whatever I do, I have spoken and I have went at a lot of these influencers or these people that write books about relationships and shit like that. And I never really feel like they keep it 100 because they're like for example, I was reading this and I know this for a fact. There's a girl that I know who was very loose in her college days. And she put out this book where she was bashing women who was doing the shit that she was doing. And when I had this conversation with her, I was like, yo, you know that you were a hoe. When you were doing hoe-ish shit when you was in college and after college. And she had all denial of this. All denial. But I was there when she was doing it. I was there. I was visibly there at the parties. I watched her fuck niggas like I fuck with niggas in the same group. And you know to write a book and act like you wasn't part of this community is wrong. The reason why this is why for me personally why I could never a nigga like me could never take people serious at times when they give advice or they try to structure people because they act like they weren't part of this system that was wilding back in the day. Like for example, I'm gonna say this on the show. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm from New York. When I was a kid, I used to go to the bodegas. And when I went to the bodegas, on the counter, they used to sell this drug. This drug at the time was called Spanish fly. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but there was a time that certain stores, corner stores, sold Spanish fly at the bodega. When I bring this shit up now, everyone is like, I don't remember. But no, it was sold in the stores. How did I find out about it in the stores? Because when I used to hang out amongst groups, women and men used to be like, I'm going to get me some Spanish fly. Spanish fly today is looked at as that drug that's used to take advantage of people. But they used to sell these shits in the stores at a time period. And motherfuckers used to buy it. Our generation at one point was a part of a bunch of, a lot of niggas was wilding back in the day. And as they get older, the reason why the younger generation don't respect the advice that motherfuckers is giving now is because you're not being honest of your past. You cannot bash people for things that they're doing now and not have a honor, be truthful about who you were when you were younger. I know a dude who has a daughter who has the nerve to get mad that his daughter is in the 6th grade and she likes an 8th grade nigga, but he was a nigga who was a part of that system back in the day that was going into high school scooping the high school bitches. I'm not saying that it's right, but you were part of that system. You can't bash people for shit that you were doing in the past. And I feel like that is the route to go because people are so guilty of the shit that they used to do that they sit here and they try to throw the guilt on everyone. Hypocrites. We are dealing with a world of fucking hypocrites. Hypocrites. There's so many hypocrites that's why no one's taken serious. No one's taken serious. That's why, like, when I do my podcast and I do my show and I do my shirt, I try to give all the negative shit that I've done because I don't want to be a hypocrite in any type of way of how I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? I was a thought coming up, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a product. I'm a better man now. I know what I was at the time. But if you were a person back in the day that was giving up the drawers consistently, don't sit up here and get on these shows and try to bash people and call them hoes. Like I told my homegirl one time, right? She was, she said she didn't want to do something because her friend was gonna call her hoe, and I was like, yo, you listening to women that's gonna call you a hoe, that's doing hoe shit. I've been said this. I am an advocate of this. I always tell people this shit all the time. The biggest haters when it comes to women to me are other women. Other women are very strong on placing the whole label on people because they can't get down like that. What's the difference with a woman going out having fun and smashing on niggas than a man that went out and smashed on niggas? I don't think it's any difference. See, the only difference is if you call a man a hoe, a nigga don't care. He be like, okay, yeah, I took down some chicks, so what? But a woman, if you call a woman a hoe, I would love for the chick to be like, okay, I did some hoe shit. All right, I have fun. Like that is you like. Listen, you can't be a hypocrite. here's where this conversation comes from. We was watching Set It Off. Y'all remember the scene where Frankie was sleeping with the nigga to get the college money for her brother who didn't go to the college, and she took that check and ripped it up, which was fucking stupid. Like, why would you, like, you could, there was a lot of shit in that house you could have put that money towards, but she ripped the check up, right? And my homegirl was like, that whole ass bitch, like, I would never do no shit like that. Cat, that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. That is a lie. And I was mad. She tried to make it seem what Frankie did was wrong. But I can tell you, I know a bunch of people that's been in that situation. But people are mad that Megan is trying to reclaim the narrative. Megan who? Megan Thee Stallion? Make sure you guys share the live, y'all. Share the live. Share the live. Share that live, y'all. Hit the like button and share the live. We're going to talk about this. And if there's anybody that wants to come on, you know, you can send your email to... You can send your email to Curious Red Flag, to my Instagram, and I will send you a link and I will bring you on the show. But I want to talk about this. I want to talk about these hypocrites. I do. I really want to talk about these hypocrites. I really do, because this shit is funny to me. It really is. I find it so funny that you know that people think this way. I really do. Hold on, y'all. We get this. We get the link out. There we go. Sorry about that. I am back. I like, if you listen, you can't let people control or judge you. Best believe that these motherfuckers was doing the same shit. We were watching the movie, and I was like, you think that like what Frank like we was watching Set It Off, and Frankie had sex with this dude to get some money. I know plenty of people that have fucked someone that they did want to fuck for something that they want, that for something that they were in need of. And it didn't have to be money. It could have been a bill paid, or a ride, or someone trying to get a car, or some less shit. I've worked at jobs where ugly ass supervisors were getting blown for days off. These are facts. So why is it that we judge other people for doing the same shit that you're doing? And I think that's why, like I said, I think that's why the younger generation of people don't respect. Like, I swear to you, you know, I'm bringing up things that are facts that I've seen. I've seen older men come to my high school and pick up chicks. I've seen bodegas that sold Spanish fly. I've been to college where I've seen girls take down more than one dude. I've seen it all. I've seen chicks wild at parties and sleep with different niggas at different parties. I've seen niggas do all types of wild ass shit. And then these are the same dudes that get on these platforms, write these books, and they be down. Like, there's a nigga right now. Somebody on my social media sent me his page. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. I'm not gonna say the motherfucking name because you know, but it's a guy, it's an influencer, and he is a digital creator, and he's an emotional attachment strategist. And what he does is he gets people on his show and he breaks them down and makes them feel like shit. Apparently makes them feel like shit. No different than, I guess, Kevin Samuels and all these other people that have these platforms and shit like that. But some of these niggas that y'all listen to were wilding back in the day, and they will deny it. I know people who act like, yo, there are people that move and leave their whole dynasty back home and act like they weren't part of that system, and you were. You were part of it. Big Sis Chris says, you know, who is it, Big Sis Chris? Write it in the comment section. I don't know if you, let me see if we talk about the same person. You can write it in the comment section, but I won't put it, I won't say the name. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was sent this shit the other day. Did you help him or did your mommy help him? Like shit like that. Like I be like when I see shit like I am very, I don't know what it is, man. I am against, like, I don't mind people giving out relationship advice, but they tell their dark secrets of the shit that they went through. But don't nobody truly have the answers for people. No one truly has these answers. Like I said, I call it the sugar daddy situation. If you was a nigga, that's because you have integrity. Thank you, Big Sister. If you was a nigga, because let me tell you something, there's a lot of niggas that be on these online sites who were the ones that were driving up to these high schools, picking up these 12th grade chicks and tricking on them and fucking them. It be a lot of these niggas that be giving these advice. It be a lot of these women that be writing these books that ain't shit. Writing these relationship books that don't be shit. They done did some that been a part of some gangbangs in their life, and they want to sit here and point their fucking finger and be like, oh, you know, you women need to treat your pussy with respect. Did you treat your pussy with respect? How about you tell us a story how about how you disrespected your pussy in your time, and then maybe I can learn from what you did and assess it from there. But you're not about to sit here and bring your project, your Section 8 pussy and tell me that I was fucking, what I'm doing is wrong. No. I'm against that shit. I hate that. I'm gonna tell you, I am not a fan of people doing that. I think it's whack. I truly think it's whack, and I feel like y'all need to start supporting that shit. We all got a friend. Ladies, y'all all got a friend, right? That probably sucked some unknown dick the other night. And then you are going on a regular date and she judging you. You hardly know him. But what about that dick you sucked last night? I know some niggas that got daughters that are strict on niggas around their daughter's age. And then when I bring up on but what about them chicks that you was picking up back in the day when you was in college? That was in that 12th grade. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. Nah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. It's too much. It's too many hypocrites. A lot of women have had sugar daddies. A lot. A sugar daddy may not look like that nigga from Set It Off, but a lot of women have had sugar daddies. There's a lot of women who have dated niggas, who have fucked with niggas for certain things that they've needed. And it's okay. Ain't no judgment. Ain't nobody passing no judgment. When I was younger, I did immature things. I didn't realize I was making the mistake until I was older and mature, but I don't forgive it. Exactly. We all made mistakes when we were in that time period. But you got to learn from the mistakes. Don't act like you didn't do them. Don't act like you, listen. Listen, let me tell you something. If you went to college when you were in your 20s, and you were single, let me explain something. There's a lot of niggas that fucked over a lot of women. There's a lot of women that fucked over a lot of men. There was a lot of raw sex going on. There was a lot of shooting up the club. There was a lot of, there were a lot of women who done gave head to niggas in private closets, in vehicles and cars. There's a lot of niggas that done fuck some ugly bitches for something to eat. It's happened. When I brought up this Spanish fly conversation with someone the other day, this nigga tried to act like I was saying something wrong. I said, but they sold Spanish fly in the bodegas back in the day on the counter. When I was a young kid, it was some OGs that was like, hey, you need to get some Spanish fly. Now, thank God I had a dad. When I was like, Dad, what's Spanish fly? Like, stay away from that shit. That's where your parents come in. But they were selling Spanish fly in the stores. Women and men were indulging in Spanish fly. If I'm wrong, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. You can go right to your corner store in the 90s and get yourself a bottle of Spanish fly. You can. You can really go ahead and go get it. What are we talking about? That's almost like someone getting mad at you, calling you a heathen for fucking, and they got 2 kids. How? I'm fucking with a condom on. You got 2 kids. Where the daddy? Where the mama? It's so many hypocrites out there that it's so hard to take shit serious. It is. Make sure y'all share the live, y'all. Share the live and definitely hit the like button. And I appreciate everybody that was on the Daphne Springs episode. Before I get back into the topic, here's another message that was sent to me. And I explain this shit all the time to people. Somebody said to me, this is the message. I'm gonna read it. Miss Sugar said, what'd you say oop about? Somebody sent me a message and it was like, oh, I enjoyed the episode. It seemed like you were really laid back in the episode when you were interviewing her. Once again, I say this all the time. When I have a guest on the show, it is my job to interview and to just get information out of them for y'all. She was requested on the show. Now, there are a lot of guests that I normally have on my show. Some of them I get wild and we have, whatever we talk. And some of them I have an interview. I can't do that with everyone. I can't, you gotta read the room on people. That, that's not an episode where I could just be wilding the fuck out when I was talking to her. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for watching it. I don't get it. I don't like I'm not about to talk about what I talked about in this episode with her or that episode. You gotta be able to read the room. But I will say this: future podcast episodes that I will be doing, I'm gonna hold off on the guest and start doing more of me. And I thought about it and I really did think about what I'm gonna start doing. And in order to grow the Curious Red Flags podcast, when I get a bigger studio, I will be looking into getting a co-host or two to be able to do the show going on. In the early stages, I have been bringing guests onto the show for people to watch and to actually, help grow the podcast. But when I have guests on the show, I never know, fitting off the person. I always need to, you got to read, like I said, you got to read the room, you know what I'm saying? And not everyone is, I don't have the personality, with everyone to be playing around, you know what I'm saying? So, like somebody asked me one time, like the Camara episode, me and Camara have hilarious. At me and Shantae, we have that type of relationship. We could just crack jokes back and forth. And then there's some people that I have on that I don't really have that relationship with to be joking around like that. So, but back to the hip. Sugar said, I said, oh, when you was talking about the girl with the 2 babies. Yeah, you can't have 2 kids and be dogging someone for fucking people. Like, you got cute kids. Like you went wrong in your life. Some of y'all take advice from women who be like, ew, you suck this dick. And because they want to do that. They want to do that. I just, I brought this topic up because it was when I had this conversation. Like I said, I was watching Set It Off with my homegirl, and she just was like, it was a homegirl and a dude, and they was just like, they were dogging Frankie. They was like, Frankie a hoe, she's fucking that nigga for money. And I'm like, some of y'all have done that shit too. And they don't realize that they've done it. They don't realize that they've done it. They don't realize some of this shit. So some people will erase their past. And let me tell you something, in college, there are a lot of people, all right? I know a lot of people in college that done that, man, if the world ended in their college days, they'll be walking straight to hell. Straight up. It's nothing to be ashamed about. We all aren't innocent. We're not innocent. What do people gain from judging? I'm gonna tell you what people gain from judging other people. You'll have someone. Let me explain the judge game. Cause I figured it out. I know why people judge other people. You have people who have lived a fucked up life, and it makes them feel better to be able to look down on someone else and give them an opinion that will fuck themselves up to make themselves feel better. When you're insecure, you will judge someone else to put yourself on this pedestal. And that's just what it is. Everyone is aligned to having an opinion. Like I said, I just did that episode with Daphne Springs. She disagreed on some of the shit that I said. And I disagree with some of the stuff as well. But at the end of the day, it's still a respect. But I'm not going to judge anyone for their opinion. I have tons of people that don't agree with none of the shit that I say. And I don't, and that's cool. Because we're all made differently. But I'm not going to judge you. I had a chick judge me to my face when I told her how many people want. I remember one year, I think me and one of these chicks that was talking one time, she asked me how many people did I have sex with at this certain time period. When I told her, she tried to judge me in my face. She judged me in my face and called me a hoe. And I was like, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about what you did last summer? Your breath smelled like a whole bowl of Dick Mints. Oh, but they were my men. You had 6 boyfriends last summer. You gave head to every last one of them. I know. Because we talked about it at lunch. At work. All 6 of the niggas. Now, I'm not judging you. But how dare you call me a hoe? Oh, wow, because I slept with the women, they weren't my girl. But just because you slept with 6 different niggas in the same circle. You slept with the security guard, the front desk guy, the nigga that worked at Victoria's Secret, and the teller at the bank. We all talked to each other at the fucking cafeteria. Every last one of the guys that fucked with you was through a referral. Yes. Yes. Yes, ladies, I want to admit, there are referrals out there. And women, you do it too. We have referrals. If you're single and you got a group of friends, a nigga will tell it, like, hey, man, yo, listen, I ain't trying to wipe like that. head is outstanding. And a nigga would be like, you don't care? No. And you're trying to holler at her. It's up to her to say no. JB said, at that point, I will. Nah, I'm not judging. I've been passed around like a blunt. So what? But I'm not judging. I didn't judge this girl one time. I know every nigga that took her down. I didn't judge her. But she called me a hoe. And I remember at the job, she was just sitting there. Oh, you niggas, y'all just be out there and diseases and this, that, and the other. And y'all need to have monogamy and be true to one person. But she thought because that she labeled these niggas her boyfriend over a summer is only complete of 3 months. If you have 6 boyfriends in a summer, you are engaging in hoe-ish activity. I want to let you know right off the bat what you have engaged in. Don't let anybody tell you differently. You have engaged in hoe-ish activity. It is what it is. It's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and deny it. But people like to dress their bullshit up differently. You know, it's like Kim Kardashian, right? Kim Kardashian had this interview where she was like, I don't know, all these people calling me a hoe, but all these guys were my boyfriend. Yeah, that's true. They all were your boyfriend. They were. Okay, however you want to address it. But you do have a sex tape out. It's a sex tape for the whole world to see. I'm not judging. You know what I'm saying? But let's say Kim Kardashian was to sit up here and call somebody else a hoe, be like, bitch, you have the fucking nerve. Boyfriends, or was she shooting scenes for Black Roy? Listen, look, man. All I'm saying to y'all on this show is watch who the fuck y'all are taking advice from and watch who y'all speak to. Watch who y'all speak to. Because not everyone is keeping it real. Bruh, if you could start a group chat at work and everyone is on the topic, Kanye showed that, yo, let me explain something. You got people out here writing books and judging people, and their pussy is in a nigga in a whole group chat. Side note, I've always respected women. I respect them now. But I've always respected chicks who, when I asked them to send me a picture of their titties or a picture of their body, who just ain't never sent it back in the day. Back in the day. In my 20s, I respected it. Now I'm like, I'm thank God they didn't. Because once you send your titties to a nigga in a text message and y'all not together, that's not your man. You best believe your titties is a group chat. A lot of y'all's titties and pussy is in a group chat. Same thing with niggas. Fellas, you send a chick a dick pic, you best believe your dick is public property. It has been passed around through the internet like a virus. I remember I had a homegirl. She's like, I don't do that. I don't send my shit. I ain't gonna lie. When you young, you're like, come on, send them titties. But now you think about it, you look back, you like, you know what? You MVP. I'm glad you ain't send me them goddamn titties. It's a fact. I just hate. Like, I don't like when sometimes when I be hearing these relationship people talk, I will go on their page for a minute. So I give them 3 minutes just to hear what their whole get down is. And I'll sit there and as soon as they start saying and then the man who lives with their mommy, and I be sitting there like, nigga, like, yo, what's your profile like? You got a nigga bashing niggas for living with their mother while they're filming their show in their mother's basement. What we talking about? What we doing? We all like to have a little fun. It's cool having fun. It's all good. We all were young at one point. But don't act like y'all don't remember your past. Don't sleep on your past. You grown now. But when you see someone fucking up, doing some of the shit that you was doing, don't bash them. Just take them to the side. Like, hey, let me talk to you for a second. You might not want to send your titties in that group chat because it's gonna get passed around. Don't sit there and be like, oh, you hoe ass motherfucker. Nah, don't do that. It's not cool. Real quick before I continue, Curious Red Flags Podcast episode 52 will be a pre-recorded episode. I will be putting out the one-man show on that episode 52. Will be the one-man show. Will be put out on that episode for you guys, because I'll be doing something that day and I won't be able to go live. So I will be putting out the one-man show. It will be an episode on the podcast. It'll be episode 52. It'll be a story. Y'all like my stories? Y'all gonna get like 6 stories on that podcast episode. So it will be premiered. So I need y'all to watch that shit live. I need y'all to watch it. I need y'all to show love. I need y'all to share it. All of that good shit. Yeah, man. I just don't like. I don't like hypocrites, man. I know I come on here a lot, and I know y'all like, damn, Nick really has a vendetta with hypocrites. I hate hypocrites, man. I really do. It's just like for example, side chicks. Let's talk about that real quick. Let me tell you something. No one is beyond being a side to someone before. I remember one time there was a chick, man, I dated. She was a company woman. She had a great job. She had 3 kids, man. All she did was talk shit about people. But I wanted them buns. And when we was talking and we got to know each other, she was telling me about this nigga she was fucking with. But she was still giving me action. Come to find out, the nigga that she been talking out for 2 years he was married. He had a whole family. I found out because when I told her when she was supposed to take a lift to my crib, she asked me, can I get the lift? That was not a problem. But I was like, what happened? I asked her, I don't know how the conversation, I asked her why she didn't take the lift. And she was like, oh, I don't want him to see where I'm going. I said, who? She said, he'll get mad if I'm deceiving him. And I'm like, bitch, this nigga is in the bed with his wife. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is, when we would have conversations and we would look at baller alert and shit like that, and she would see people with side bitches, she'd be like, look at these trifling ass hoes. And I'm like, look at the kettle calling the motherfucker black. I know I fucked with the saying, but I'm like, you got some nerve. You a whole side chick. You got daughters. What type of role model are you? But here's the thing. If she didn't say that, I would have had judged her. There are a lot of people who've side chicked before. Believe it or not, there are a lot of women who have side chicked before. And I don't judge them. It's wrong. But somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it. I'm going to be honest. Somebody's going to do it. Side chicks are never going to disappear. They're never going to disappear. I just get mad that people act like it's not being done. That's it. There's a lot of side chick activity. We're not going to sit here and act like and judge side chicks ever. Big Chris says never. Big Chris, here's the thing. I'm not saying that you with side chick, but I'm pretty sure you have friends who are side chicks. Or you don't know. Let me explain something. I mean, I'm gonna tell a whole cold-hearted fact. This is and nobody's gonna want to hear this shit, but this is so real. I want y'all to brace yourselves for what I'm about to say. I'm not about to say that the male population is small and there's more women to it. I'm not gonna say none of that shit. Here is the fucking truth. There are some women out there who don't give a fuck. And that is just the fact. I'm being honest with you. There are some women out there who have needs, who don't give a fuck. As long as there's no drama, they're side chick. They don't care. Because somebody was asking me, they was like, hey, why are there side chicks? Well, like, you know, because niggas don't create just side. They're out there. Someone has to agree on the other side. We're not going to talk about why men have side chicks, because I believe this is a question, but let's talk about why women side chick. Some women don't give a fuck. There are women out there who see bitches happy and be like, oh, you think your man won't? You think your man won't give up that dick? I'll show you. I'm being honest with you, lady. Yo, there's some women out there that be happy with their man, and there are women out there that are out there to be like, let me prove the world wrong. They won't say nothing, but let me prove the world wrong. It is what it is. Ego. Thank you. Ego. Egos make the legs go ho. It's a fact. But you know what's funny? You got hypocrites out there who give relationship advice and act like they weren't a side bitch. Where? How can you do that? What's up, Clutch? There are side women out there who are giving advice and they were a side piece. Listen, I don't judge side chicks. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, niggas is fucking them. So you really can't judge them. It's a two-way street. All I'm saying is, don't sit here and judge a motherfucker and you a whole side piece. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to bring out this bonus episode to y'all because I felt good today. The new episode on Sunday will be my one-man show. Will be episode 52. I will put the whole one-man show that I did on IG. It's about 7 stories. It's 7 stories I tell about that happened in my life. It will premiere this Sunday for episode 52. So it won't be live. It'll be a premiere of my one-man show that I did on IG. It's 7. If you like any of my stories, I tell 7 stories that happened to me in high school. Big sis Chris said, playing it's side. Yo, you know what's so funny? I don't like the definition when people call men side niggas, because a side chick, the definition of a side chick is side, it's not even the same. Just call the nigga dick. Don't call him a side nigga. Because side women, side chicks, the majority are hoping to take the position. Niggas on the side are just happy that they're like, I'm fucking. Most of these niggas ain't really trying to fuck to be the number one. They just fucking to be fucking and happy to be in a situation so they could tell their boy, yo, I'm fucking that chick that's married to that millionaire nigga. That's really about it. Niggas don't go in, side niggas don't, like, I can't call them side, they just call them dick. Niggas that fuck women that are in relationships ain't coming in there with a bunch of emotion. You know, we're not heavily invested. Niggas ain't heavily invested the way women are. Women fuck other niggas with the sense of hoping to upgrade. This is a fact. Most women that are in relationships and they're going through it, the next nigga that they actually fuck with, if they're fucking with a nigga on the side, they're actually fucking him because they are looking to upgrade to this nigga. Women are more emotional when it comes to this sex thing. The ones that don't like when women open their legs, they are call them janitors. Niggas is just dick. You can't really call a nigga a side nigga. If you think a nigga just waiting around, a nigga will just wait around for free. There's niggas that will wait around for a chick for years to fuck them. But they're not waiting around hoping that you will marry them. Nah, niggas ain't, it's just a dick that's there. But side chicks are looking to be upgraded to the heavy elite. I just tell it as it is. I just try to keep it real. Keep it realer than, keep it realer than your average nigga. You know what I'm saying? I just try to tell y'all that shit. Hit y'all with that raw, that cocaine, that perico. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I pronounced it right. I'm just being honest. Cause I had an argument with someone about that one time. She was like, the girl was like, yeah, side chicks, my side. I'm like, that's not your side nigga. He's just fucking. He's sliding you dick. He's not trying to move in. He's not. Men don't get that invested like that. I mean, you might have some crazy niggas, but then you got some niggas just happy to be there. I'm just happy to be here, Just happy to be sliding in some dick. But grown women know they aren't worth the position. You know what's funny, big sis Chris? I want to sit here and agree with you on that, right? But here's the thing. To the fellas. If you are out here side, let me just shut the fuck up. Because somebody gotta take this clip and be like, niggas out here teaching motherfuckers how to get side chicks. But this is the truth. Not everyone can be a side chick. If you're a grown nigga, you don't need to get those young bitch to be a side chick because them motherfuckers, they don't understand rules. They don't understand regulations. They will fuck your shit up because they dumb. They just happy. It's just another story for them because they're young. They like, oh my God, I'm fucking with this nigga who married. Like, nah, it's stupid. You got to keep explaining to them why you can't be out in public with them. Then you got some older women who will try to who will fuck and cook for you and try to get you to spend the night, and then you wake up in the morning with 150 missed calls. If you're going to enter this type of activity, you want to engage with someone who has just as much to lose as you. Hold on. Yes. Go ahead. Gotta give it 2 seconds before she walk away. Because I don't want to be talking about that while she was in the frame. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a child. Yeah. You want to you should always have someone that has just as much to lose as you. You have to be a dumb nigga if you rich to fuck with some rusty ass bitch who got nothing and think that you haven't dicked a long-term investment. If you stick your dick in some rusty ass bitch who ain't got shit going on for herself, oh nigga, she is there forever. She will fuck up your life. The only way she can disappear is if you put out an Italian hit. This is a fact. And ladies, if your nigga ain't treating you right and you want some dick, you can't fuck with some rusty ass nigga who gonna blow your phone up all goddamn night. You gotta mess with a nigga that is used to getting pussy. Or don't tell this nigga what you got going on in your life. Well, Nick, well, damn, shit, how can we look out for this? Well, then don't do it. They don't do it. It's not for everybody. I'm good. I've done that shit before. And let me just tell you, that shit is hell. It is a lot of maintenance. You cannot be a broke nigga with a side bitch. You gotta have money to make it roll. You just can't be hiding out in vehicles, watching Netflix on the cell phone. Side company, you gotta spend a little bit of money. A real side bitch won't fuck with you if you ain't financing. And if it's a chick that'll fuck with you who don't care about money like that, it's a rusty ass bitch who's going to destroy your life. It's just a fact. I'm being honest. Are y'all hitting the like button, y'all? I want to make sure y'all hitting the like button. Hold up. Shout out to Jason and shout out to Brian and shout out to Christy for your Cash App donations. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to take your money. I'm going to go to McDonald's and I'm going to buy my daughter an apple pie today. That's what I'm going to do. This episode started today. We were talking about sugar daddies. And we evolved into the side chick. Actually, today's episode, the first half, the special guest was Daphne Springs. I restarted the live because I didn't want to be talking about this mess connected with her episode that was on here. So I have an episode with Daphne Springs that was on. Furthermore, I'm going to say that the next couple of episode 52, I will be giving you guys the Curious Red Flags podcast. My one-man show. It won't be live. It'll be premiered on Sunday. I'll be putting that episode out for you guys to watch on next week Sunday. You guys can check that out next week Sunday and watch that. It will be up on my YouTube for you guys to watch. It'll be episode 52. It'll be my high school stories. I'll be putting it out because I'll be working next week Sunday, so I won't be live. This Tuesday, the morning show will be live, so you guys can catch the morning show. What else I was gonna say? I won't be having any guests for a long period of time going forward because I want to give you guys more of me, and I want to go buck wild some more. So I'm going to be going more just with Nick and shit like that, and I might start doing more guests when it comes to my supporters. Like last week, a couple of days ago, I had Miss Alabama and Miss Sugar. They were on here, and that was one of them. I love that episode that I did. You know what I'm saying? That was really dope. I want to get back to the Curious Red Flags and my red flags. So episode 52 will actually restart my red flag movement, and it will be 7 red flag stories that you guys, I'm telling you, like, this isn't part 1 to my podcast of the one man show. This is part 2. Part 2 will be bananas. and it will be the one-man show. It's gonna be like an IG live box. It'll be available on Apple, Spotify, and all that shit. You will be able to find it, and it will be on. It won't be on Twitch next week Sunday, but it will be on exclusively on YouTube. That will be episode 52 of on this Sunday coming up. I will be working on something, and to you know, I don't want to do any more pre-recorded episodes. Nick, I don't want to do any more pre-recorded episodes for you guys. I like the live podcast. I like the live podcast feel. I just really do. And when I do the pre-recorded episodes, they be cool, but they don't get as much love as these live episodes do. You know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like with the lives, y'all come in and y'all watch. And when I put the pre-recorded episodes out, y'all be like, I watch that shit when I get a chance. You know what I'm saying? But the lives come on, motherfuckers be on it right. Be on it right away. So next week Sunday, it will be the one-man. I'll be releasing a one-man show that I did with 7 stories that are red flag stories of my life that I'll be putting out. Also, going forward, there won't be any guests for a long period of time because I will be focusing on growing this podcast off of my name. You know what I'm saying? Off of my name and building it from the mud. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is I want people to get more used to me because this podcast, I'm going to put in a bigger studio soon, and I'm going to get a co-host, and I want it to be where people are used to seeing Nick. I don't want people to be like, oh, I'm just coming down because as a guest. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to build, which I believe has really been working because the podcast numbers have been growing. Like right now, I had Daphne Springs on the first half, and people came back for the second half. And this is on a Sunday, so I appreciate the shit so much. But there's more building to do. There's more growing to do, and I want to grow it more with just me on the show. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to do the podcast and have live guests here again. You know what I'm saying? And the way shit is looking right now, I feel like we might go back into another motherfucking lockdown for some reason. I don't know if y'all feel that way. I feel a lockdown coming soon. I really do. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the lockdown. I am definitely with the lockdown because I'm tired of all these motherfucking rules that they keep producing. So, you know, like I said, next week Sunday, Curious Red Flags podcast episode 52. I'll be posting a unheard Curious Red Flag one-man show, unseen and unheard Curious Red Flags episode 52. Won't be live, but it'll be premiered, and it'll be 7 stories I told of a one-man show that I did live. You'll see me sitting in the chair telling these stories. I can't wait for y'all to watch that. And then this Tuesday is the morning show. I can't wait for y'all to come down and watch that shit always. You said yes, it's coming very soon. LA's going to be in one. There's always a start in the lockdown. Yo, I'm telling you, it's another lock. I feel it coming. I can feel it coming in the end. I'm telling you, it's coming. And I am like, nigga, I'm like this because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, I don't know about everybody else. Like, I was excited to go out, but for some reason, something that did not feel right with us be going out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like nothing's the same right now, and I don't like to be out, and then it's just so many fucking restrictions. Like, so just lock us back down and pay us, nigga. The lockdown hit. Yeah, the lockdown do hit differently when you have kids. I ain't gonna say here a lot, but hey, shit, that's what the iPad is for. If so, it has to do with the I can't repeat half the shit y'all saying because they not about to take my shit. I work too hard You niggas would take my show. If I say some of the shit y'all said, they'll be like, all right, come on, nigga. We had enough. Because I had one episode on here that you can't even find. I was talking about, what was I talking about? It was some episode I was talking about. Like now, I think YouTube like, oh, we thought he smiled a lot. This nigga is getting unruly. So I gotta be careful. But hey, I dropped the Daphne episode. About to put it on Spotify and Apple and all that stuff right now. This episode about to drop. I need you guys to get in that comment section. Get in that comment section. Hit the like button. Also, please tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Get these people getting on the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to be a side chick, hey, all I'm saying is, look, man, just be happy with being number two. Be happy with being number two. If you can be happy with being number two, you will be successful. And you side niggas out there, be comfortable just being the dick. That's it. You fucking, why are you looking for more shit in your life, man? And stop acting like, hey, and if you was a hoe in your past, stop giving relationship advice. And if you was a nigga out there who was bagging young bitches in your time, stop sitting here trying to act like you motherfucking Mr. Dr. Do Right. You know what I'm saying? Please cut the shit out. I see y'all niggas hanging out in your cars back in the day. You niggas with your pencil mustaches trying to talk to these seniors going into college. Perverts. Cut it out. And then y'all got the nerve to sit up here and try to be schooling someone. Man, sit your ass the fuck down. Shut up. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is episode 51.0. Andrea actually named the episode. And I'm going to put it up. Side Chicks and Sugar Daddies. Peace. What the fuck am I doing? They know.